guitar god Steve Vai has released a new song called Teeth of the Hydra. Now, this song may be proof that Steve Vai is the GOAT, or greatest of all time. What would normally take 3 men to play, Steve does by himself. And just look at this instrument that has become known as the Hydra. So he had this specially designed, and as far as I understand it, the top neck is a 12-string guitar, but half of it is fretless. And then the middle neck is a 7-string guitar, which I believe is tuned to drop A. And then on the bottom, we have a bass, presumably, but the low 2 strings are fretless and the top 2 strings have frets. And there's even, I think those are harp strings running vertically on like where the tailpiece is. So in order to find out if Steve Vai is indeed the GOAT, we're going to watch Teeth of the Hydra, his official music video on his main channel. And it's worthwhile to note that Steve is coming up on 666,000 subscribers, which means to me that it's possible Steve has sold his soul to the devil for these chops. Now, Lord knows I'm going to need some WAP juice before we check out this crazy track. I feel the power of the Hydra inhabiting my very essence. Let me put on my cans of power, and we will get to it. Here we go. Steve Vai's Teeth of the Hydra. Is this proof that he's the greatest of all time? Wow, what a backdrop. I love the lighting. There he is. Steve Vai. There's some spooky, evil noises. There's lots of fog. Ah, there it is. The monstrosity. The Hydra. I mean, just look at this thing. I'm instantly aroused. Okay, Steve takes up his bandana. Okay, yeah, you see him hit the harp strings there. Very erotic melody there. Look at how he's like going back and forth between all the necks. He's like a puppy with 3 wieners. It's like a C chord. D. Back to that C sound. It's like thumping the bass. E. Ooh, that's it, Steve. Okay, I just need a minute to decompress after what we've seen so far. This is really exceptional because what Steve has done is he's kind of like innovated in like the technical aspect of the instrument, right? He's like come up with this new instrument, but not just that, he's playing a real piece of music that is moving. So it's functional. It's not just athletic performance, which a lot of us shredders get caught up in. And the composition here, like it's like a Dorian sound in the chorus. And what he's kind of doing is he's using all of these triads over a fixed A root, right? So there's like a C kind of sound and then a D sound. It's all like Dorian sort of stuff. But then, you know, he's altering that. He's playing like an F sound in there too. It's really clever composition, too. Let's see what happens next. There's that low A. Man, you know, it sounds to me like he's doing like some Far East scales, like the Iwato scale and the Hirajoshi scale from Japan. Those are really tasty, erotic / exotic scales. Listen to that chord. You know, a little harmonic. Steve, what is going on, bro? What? So I'm so interested in his knobs. You know, he likes to play with his knobs. You know what I'm talking about? You like to play with your knob too? Let's rewind and just take that in again. I don't get it, but it sounds great. There's even like tubes. Those like tubes on his guitar. Amazing. C chord. The E. Now here we go. Give it to me, Steve. There's that F. I love that C to D power chords with. Ooh. Dissonance. Boy, massive low A. This must be like the bridge of the song. Solo time. Look at the backdrop. I love that blue lighting. Chromaticism. That hits the spot, Steve. Bass. Did you just turn on that light there in the middle of the guitar? Maybe not. I don't know what's going on here. Now he's playing both instruments at the same time. Okay, pre-chorus. D. He's really outlining specific chord changes. I think in his mind, he's got this harmonic roadmap that he's following. And that really gives the piece a lot of structure and coherence, especially if there's no vocals. You know, you've got to be really tight with your songwriting. Okay, let's finish this masterpiece out. Here we go. What he's doing is he's like making a musical statement and then he plays it up an octave in a slight variation. That's really clever composition. So if you're ever writing music, try that, because really composition is essentially repetition and development. The development part is something that most of us struggle with. It's hard to be, creative, but if you're always just stating an idea then moving on to another idea, the listener can't, follow along. So try to keep it similar, but make little changes. That's the secret. Shh. Shh. This song just rips. Big slide. Wow. My brain is just fried right now. I think one reason Steve Vai is so great is because he's always focused on the emotional content of the music. It's not just about flashy technique. There's always a utility to what he's doing, a musical purpose, so to speak. Now, I want to know what you guys think of this song in the comments below. Do you agree that Steve Vai is the GOAT or the greatest of all time or not? Either way, I think you have to give Steve Vai credit for this very ingenious piece of music performed on a crazy instrument. I mean, that's part of what inspires us, right? Is the instrument itself. So to keep evolving, what we play on and being creative about how we kind of seek out these new instruments, I think that's a big part of writing music that inspires you. You have to be inspired by the actual instrument that you're playing on. Now, you can support Steve Vai by buying his new record. In the description below, I'll put a link to it. This guy deserves your support. That's all I can say. Until next time, my friends, stay evil.